Hello, everyone! I'm the Mighty Blues, and welcome back to Nightmare Fuel. Last time... Oh, welcome back to Minecraft. Last time, we went and explored the mine shaft that was connected to our house, and actually got lost, but it didn't matter because we eventually found our way out of the house, or out of the mine shaft by just digging our way up. We ended up running into a cave, specifically the cave that is outside our house. So even though I escaped the mine shaft in a way that's kind of frowned upon, people don't really recommend you do it that way, it didn't matter because, well, we had a connection to our house anyways. So yeah, that was cool. But anyways, this time we are going to work on a number of things. The first thing that I want to talk about as I'm digging and expanding our home, I would like to talk about glowberries, as that's one of the things that we found during our cave exploration. Glowberries are a relatively new item. They can only be found currently in mine shafts. They can only be found natively in mine shafts. They are an item that you can plant them a number of ways. You can plant them either by just putting them on walls and creating cave vines, and they'll eventually just keep growing longer and longer, and they actually do have a chance of bearing more fruit upon doing so. The other thing you can do with them is you can plant them on the ground to create little berry bushes that will regrow, just as you would with any other berry. But the big thing that you want to use glowberries for is they are actually used to breed foxes. Yeah, I always thought, up until now, I figured that foxes were not a creature you could befriend, like dogs or cats or anything like that. But thanks to glowberries, you can. If you feed the glowberries to the foxes, I'm not entirely sure if the foxes themselves will become friendly towards you, and they'll follow you like a normal animal would, but I do know for sure that if you feed glowberries to two different foxes and they breed, just like any other animal, the baby will become friendly towards you. So given the fact that we have a lot of foxes in our area, I would like to try that. Just because it would be cool to have a fox as one of our partners. Like, the more the merrier, I always say. Like, the more animal partners you have, the better off you'll be. So, yeah, I think this may actually be beneficial to us. But the big thing that we're starting off with today is, now that we've got some more materials, I think it's time we actually start working on a garden. What I want to do for the garden is I actually want to build it up on the top of the house right here. Now, you may be saying, well, Blues, isn't this area all, isn't it all rock? Like, that's not going to help for a garden. You're technically right, but I actually have my own method of making a garden. I'm weird when it comes to building gardens, I feel like. I have a specific way I like to make them. I have a specific style, I should say, and as a result, this isn't really anything of interest to me. Like, having an area that's filled with grass isn't important because I can just build my garden no matter where it is. Because what I like to do is I actually like to build like a wooden frame around my garden, and I like to just line up the dirt in a specific way. I like to have its own self-growing system because crops need water to grow, just like in real life. And I like to build an irrigation system where the crops can just grow on their own. I don't have to worry. I just have to plant them and let nature run its course. Because we got a lot of good growing or crops thanks to the mine shaft. If I open up my inventory real quick, I can show we got beetroot seeds and melon seeds. These are both fantastic for making watermelon as well as beets. Beets are an item that I don't really see anybody talk about, and that kind of makes me sad because just like mushrooms, they're a very good healing item because beets allow you to make beetroot soup, and beetroot soup, in my personal opinion, is one of the best healing items in the game. It's such a good healing item. Problem with it is, though, is beetroot soup takes up a lot of inventory. It heals for a lot, but you know, you got to sacrifice that because unlike meat or any other piece of food, you can't stack it. Beetroot soup requires one spot for one use. So keep that in mind when you're making beetroot soup. I still think it's a fantastic item, but that's just me. The other thing that I want to talk about is now that we've got a bunch of string, we're going to be using that to make a bow. We're also going to be using it to make a fishing pole, as fishing poles are another fantastic item for food. That's technically what this entire episode is going to be. We're just going to be focusing on building ourselves up in a way that we can continuously get food, because up until now, I've just been relying on what little provisions I've gathered for the past few days. And while that's worked, that's not going to last forever, and I do want to spend some time building up the house. And now that we've got enough materials to last us a while, I mean, I mostly wanted to go into that mine shaft and see what we could find. We found some really good stuff that I'm very happy with. Now that we've pretty much gathered everything that I want to gather for now, the only thing that I really want to do is just grab some more diamonds. Specifically, like, maybe 3 or 4 more of them. I think we're pacing ourselves a bit too... We're rushing ourselves a little bit. Because, diamonds are, well, yes, valuable because we need to get to the nether so we can start gathering some materials for the nether. We need to make sure we're properly, ready for the nether because it's a dangerous area. The nether is full of some nasty, nasty creatures that, can easily wombo you. And I don't want to deal with that. So, yeah, we're just gonna, we're gonna build up our provisions for a while. We're gonna expand the house. We're gonna pace ourselves a little bit more. So, if progress seems like it's starting to slow down a bit, I apologize. But, again, it's because I actually want to pace myself a bit more. We're getting a bit too ahead of ourselves. So, I'm gonna keep working on this for a little bit, and, I'll catch up with everyone in a second. Ooh, there's a fox down there! Ooh, I can try to befriend it. Hold on. I want to try to see if I can befriend or tame this fox. Let me see. Where is he? Where is he? Unfortunately, foxes, very similar to ocelots, are animals that while they can be tamed, they will run away from you if they feel threatened. So you kind of got to be patient with them and come up to them and he's got a little thing in his mouth. Hi, buddy. All right, I've got you tamed, or you're in love mode is what they call it. That's what the hearts are for. Unfortunately, I need another fox around here in order to make something happen. So you're gonna have to stay as is. So interesting that you're just so relaxed. Like you're just coming near me with no problems. Most animals don't do that. Like, again, ocelots, they'll just run away from you. They don't like people. So it's so interesting that the first fox I tried that on is just like, hi, friend, will you give me food? Also, speaking of friend, you're a friend I wish I had. I say that as if I'm lacking in any wolves. I have 2 at home. Oh, I hear lava. Oh, that's lava. Oh! Okay, those are new mobs. So those down there. Those are known as, oh god. I believe their names are illagers? To put it bluntly, they are evil versions of the villagers that, upon being attacked, well, if they see you, they'll attack you. But the big thing about them is that, if one of them has a, banner on them, then that means that, if they're killed, you will be cursed. If you're cursed, then what that does is anytime you visit a village, you'll accidentally trigger a raid, meaning that villager or that village will get raided by the illagers. And you actually have to go through various waves of bosses in order to take down the illagers. Now, I believe upon defeating the villagers, you will be given a item it's like something token of revival. What it's supposed to do is if the item is in your inventory, then if you die, it'll automatically just revive you where you're at. I could be wrong on that information. I have actually done a raid before. I accidentally triggered it while playing on my personal server with a friend, and thankfully I had my friend there to help me during the raid, because believe me when I say this, they are not easy. They are not easy at all. And wow, I had barely enough wood in order to do this. Dang. All right, cool. Well, anyways, now that I have all of this wood placed, I actually went and got some oak logs because I wanted to make sure that I could make a rail. Now, basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to, for this first part, I'm just going to plant 2 rows of dirt, and then I'll plant 2 more rows of dirt here. And I actually realize I'm going to need some sand. I'll be right back. Alright, now that I got some sand, for the next row, just going to do a row of sand. And basically all I'm going to do from here is every other one. Just going to do 1 row of dirt, spacing it out every other block. Because what we're going to do is, once I've got all this planted, we're actually going to put water in between all of these rows of dirt. And where the dirt is, that's actually where we are going to put our crops. I actually made this really big. This is arguably the biggest garden I've ever built because, yeah, I want to have a lot of provisions. I want to have a lot of resources to use, and we've got all this space, so hell, might as well use it. And then actually what I'm going to do is directly underneath our garden, I'm actually going to build a room full of composters, which is why I didn't cover the entire top of our mountain in with our crops, because eventually we're going to build a room directly below this, and I am out of dirt. I did not think I'd be saying that. There we go. Perfect. And now that we've got all that taken care of, before we actually go and get ourselves some water, I'm actually going to use all of these oak logs that I got to make our rails. So I'm literally just going to make, sure, 2 stacks of planks. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make some oak stairs. Not too many, just enough to get ourselves started. You know what? We'll stick them here. And, we're actually going to stick these on the side to give us these little, like, side steps. I always love doing that. I don't know why. And, next, we're going to make 3 fence doors. Should probably make more fence doors now that I think about it. Should probably make 1 more. Yeah, we'll make 1 more, so that'll give us 4. And the rest of these are going to go into oak fences. I don't know how many I can make. 63, that's probably not enough. Good thing I got myself a lot of wood. So what we're going to do is right where the steps are, I'm going to put these fences. They can be open and closed just by right-clicking. We're going to make our fence, and literally we're just going to cover our entire garden in these fences. Where all the wood is, that's where I'm going to put the fence. And this is going to protect our crops, for the most part, from mobs. There is a chance that mobs will spawn inside our garden, and that's always fun to deal with. There is also a chance that we could run into something like a spider. Spiders can actually climb through fences, or climb over fences, meaning that this is a waste of time for them. But for stuff like creepers and zombies and skeletons, we won't have to worry about them getting into our garden for the most part, because we've got this fence. I would recommend doing this for anything that you just want protected from any sort of creature. Plus, you would also not have to worry about, I don't know, maybe if foxes can eat your stuff. Maybe you could protect yourself from those. Fences are just good to keep things out. That's all I'm trying to say. Also, I've been doing this already, but if you can't tell, you can actually put torches on top of fences. I recommend doing this because you don't want things spawning inside your garden. And I'm realizing that I need more spruce wood. Oh, and one final thing that I want to talk about when it comes to the rails. I actually like doing this. This is really stupid and completely unnecessary, but it's something that I like doing. I like building these cute little... You see them on ranches. If any of you have been to, like, a ranch, anywhere, people will do these. They'll do, like, these cool little, arches over their property. I like doing that same thing for my garden. I also do it for any of my farms, just because I think it looks cool. So I may always make sure to do that, too. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to make is I'm actually going to make some more buckets. We have one on us right now, but I would recommend making more if you are planning on doing this. So we're going to make... We'll make 4 buckets. 5 buckets. We'll make 5. That should be good. I also want to free up some inventory space because, unfortunately, once you fill up a bucket, it's going to count as its own single space. So... We'll get rid of that. Actually, no, I need my bone meal. We'll get rid of the copper, and I'll keep the iron. We'll get rid of the gold. Is that enough? That should be enough inventory space. And all we're going to do is we're just going to take our buckets down to the water, and we're going to grab ourselves, well, some water. Hopefully there's not anything outside my door. Because I keep hearing things. No? Are we good? Good. Cool. Alright, and all we're going to do is we're just going to take our buckets, and we're just going to pick up some water. Beautiful. We're going to take it back up to our garden, and we're literally just going to start planting it. Did I really just say plant water? We're going to plant water, you know. That's what you do, right? Okay, now that everything is completed, finally... We're going to take all this water that we have, and we're just going to put it in between all of the dirt blocks that we have placed. Now, there's a secret to this that I want to show off. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to plant the water. I don't know why I keep using the term plant the water, but we're going to put one in a corner right there. We're going to stick one in another corner there, and then in the center where they meet up, we're just going to fill that up. That creates a perfect level amount of water. I recommend doing this if you're going to build your garden the way that I'm doing it, because there's a little cheat you can do with the water. Now that we have a perfect level little area of water, we can just get an infinite water source from this, because once we take one spot, the water is just going to automatically refill itself. And we can just keep doing this forever. So... all we're going to do is we're just going to take our water, make sure it's perfectly level, and then we're just going to keep refilling. You can just keep doing this forever and ever and ever. You don't have to keep going down to wherever there's water. You can just do this. I always recommend that if you're going to build your crops in a way that I'm doing it, this is how you set up your water source, because it just makes the building process so much simpler. So much simpler, so much easier. It's a godsend. I really hope that they never patch this little weird oddity with the water out, because it just makes everything so much easier. Like, just having the water refill itself based on its positioning with the blocks, it's so nice. I'm constantly just filling up that bucket and dumping it out. I'm such a smart person. And complete. Now I can actually free up some inventory space by combining all these buckets. Alright, cool. Now we've got all of our water placed. The next and technically final step is to plant all of our crops. And we need a hoe for that. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to plant the melon seeds and yeah. The sugarcane. We'll plant those 2 first. Don't know why I have the sweet berries here. The sweet berries cannot be regrown, I think. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. Of course you can grow sweet berries. Wow, I'm really stupid. Okay, cool. So we're gonna, yeah, literally all we're gonna do is we're gonna get our hoe. Now, the thing that I recommend doing with, with melons in particular, you're going to want to space them out, probably about, you know, 1 block away from each other. And by right-clicking dirt, you can actually hoe the ground, and you can plant seeds there. Now, what's going to happen is the water is eventually going to hit the soil, and it is going to allow the plants to grow. You'll know because the soil will get dark. We're also going to put some melons here. Again, I'm going to space them about 1 apart from each other. I would also recommend not putting melons next to the wood, because for some reason the melons have a chance of growing anywhere around where the root is, and for some reason it just does not grow on wood. I don't know why. Sugarcane we are going to put on sand. I believe it can also go on wood. Yeah, it can also go on dirt, but I like just using sand to kind of differentiate it, because at some point, sugarcane can only be found on sand, and as a result, you could only place it on sand. They changed that over time. This could just be a exclusive thing to the mobile version of Minecraft, because admittedly, most of my early experiences in Minecraft were from the mobile version, and the mobile had some odd quirks to it for a while. Mobile was actually like its own thing. It did not work in tandem with the console and PC versions of the game. So when I say that, like, oh, sugarcane could only grow on sand at some point in time, that very well could have just been a mobile exclusive thing, and I just don't know, because again, a lot of my early experiences with this game were only in mobile, and I just now realized I cannot regrow. Wow, I'm an idiot. I should not have used my hoe here. I don't know what the term is for using a hoe to plant things into the ground. You think I'm a farmer? Of course I'm not. I'm a Let's Player. And yeah, so thankfully, once you get rid of dirt and you put it back, it will just show back up as regular dirt. Some crops require you to have regular dirt, others don't. Admittedly, I have never had a garden that has ever had sweet berries. They've never been plentiful in my areas that I've had my home. Can I not plant? I cannot plant. Wait, I cannot plant glowberries here? Hold on, do they have to be underground? That would make sense. Hang on. That's odd. So, from the looks of it, glowberries can only be found in cave vines. Meaning that you would have to grow them in a cave. Specifically on rock, right? But how far in the... Yeah. You have to grow them on the ceiling. Huh. So that just means I'll have to create a separate room specifically for glowberries. I mean, that's fine. I was already planning on doing a secret, like an additional room for other crops, because there are other crops that I want to have that can't grow here. But that's interesting. I'm a little sad that I wasted some glowberries trying to test that, but I just wanted to make sure I knew. But I think the last thing that I want to do is I just want to plant some more sweet berries there. You never hurt to have too many. And actually, looking at this, there's only 2 more types of crops that or 3, technically. We have 3 types of crops that we don't own that I would like to grow over here, and that still gives us a ton of space left for our garden. But that's it for the garden. That's all I wanted to do. I guess the last thing that I'm going to work on is we're going to work on an area for the glowberries. So what I'm going to do is I actually think we're going to build it down here. I want to dig it down pretty low to the ground. So we're going to... I think we're just going to clear all this out. And that should probably be low enough. And right below our crops, we're going to build a little glowberry area. Alright, so I had to build some stairs going back up to the house. And I think about right here is where we will build our little area for the glowberries. Now, ooh, I am running out of torches. That's fine. Now, this room's not going to be anything all that spectacular. It's literally just going to be like a small little thing. I think we're probably going to build it only about 3 blocks up. Admittedly, we can't really go anything higher than 3 blocks up, because if we do, we'll accidentally run into the water that's growing the other crops. In fact, as you can tell, we have water dripping down from where our... Actually, no, we're gonna do it 1 more block. Yeah, we're gonna do 1 block lower. I think that'll work. And we'll just make sure to put some steps there. Really? You just had to rain, didn't you? Well, that's fine. That just means we won't be running into any Endermen. Yeah, I think 4 blocks high will be good, because we are trying to grow the glowberries, and since they grow on vines, it's best to give them as much space to grow as possible. 3, 4, 5. I think we're gonna go... Let's see, 3 blocks out. We'll go 3 blocks out here. So that'll give us, what, a 7 by 7 room? That'll be good to start, but I don't really think this will be enough for a hot minute. So definitely gonna... I'll just push this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 7 by 7. So... Oh, that was loud. Oh, that's a thunderstorm. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I really don't like that. That was terrifying. Wow. Okay. I'm nervous to see if my crops are on fire now. Nope, we're good. You know what we're gonna do? Because we have lightning. Oh! Yeah, we're gonna, you know what we're gonna do? Oh god, that's so loud! Oh my god! That's so loud! That's gonna cause a forest fire. Holy hell. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Cause I'm scared out of my wits. We're gonna build some lightning rods. Jesus Christ, there are... I don't like anything about that. I really don't like anything about that. That is so insanely loud. We're gonna make some lightning rods out of that. Where are my lightning rods? There we go. How many should I make? 20? 20 sounds good. We'll make 20. Probably shouldn't be doing this while it's raining. But, you know. What? Oh, good. There's a creeper over there. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick you right there. I actually want to see if that does anything. Like, if it's gonna go off and, like, catch anything on fire. I don't know. Is the lightning gone? Are we good? Are we in the clear? Because that was really bad. That lightning was really loud. And the last thing I need is something to catch on fire, and all my hard work is down the hole. And that's... Oh, is it nighttime? Oh, it's probably nighttime, and I'm not aware. Because all these mobs are spawning. It's got to be nighttime. Oh, yeah, it is. Is it still raining? Good, it's still raining. Oh, oh, that's not a skeleton. Nope, it's over. Alright. Alright, cool. The rain's gone. Oh, but all these mobs are still here. That's fine. None of my crops caught on fire, so that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. That's a weird color it makes. Oh, wait. The hell is wrong with that witch? I saw it like, do something. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna build our... Oh, hi, creeper. I think we're gonna build our lightning rod right here. Oh. What was that? What was that? What hit me? I don't know what hit me, but something hit me. That was weird. I'm gonna take fall damage from this, but you know what? It's fine. That was a lot more damage than I thought it would be. But it's fine. Alright, cool. Well, now we have a lightning rod, so, you know, in case more lightning shows up, we'll have something to protect our home. Anyways, back to this. Alright, now that we've got this room cleaned out, I think all we're gonna do is we're just gonna stick you right there. Stick you right there. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I can do this on dirt, or on rock. Yes, I can. I'm gonna stick you there. And, sure, we'll stick one there. Actually, we'll break that apart, so we just have one on each side. That way it's, nice and even. I say that even though I did not make this nice and even. It's fine. It's fine. As long as they have space to grow, that's all that matters. Eventually, I'm going to get a door right there. But, that's it for crops, admittedly. That's all I wanted to get done. As you can tell, some of our crops are already starting to grow, which is fantastic. Because we're going to need some of that stuff in order to get some animals. Obviously, we don't have time to make a farm. But, we can at least start doing that. Now, the last thing that I wanted to take care of for today actually pertains to all that string that I had. Even though I don't have it in my inventory anymore, I had to get rid of it because I was working on other things. I want to grab that string because... Oh, wait, no, I do have the string in my inventory. I'm just a dumb idiot. Of course I am. There's two things that I want to make in particular. First thing that I want to make is a fishing rod. Requires 3 sticks and 2 pieces of string. The next thing that I want to make is a bow. Takes 3 sticks, 3 pieces of string. And bow we can't use because we don't have any arrows, but the bow allows us to, well, shoot arrows. And if I were able to make arrows, I'd be able to demonstrate that, but I can't. So instead, we are going to show off the fishing rod. The fishing rod works as a way to easily catch more creatures. Or catch fish. It's also really good for finding other things. You can find stuff like bowls. You can also find water bottles. You can even find spell books. So all you gotta do is next to any body of water, just right click, put your little bobber out there, and you just wait. That's all you do. Eventually, a fish is gonna come by. Not that fish. That's not the fish we're looking for. Nothing? Hold on, alright, let's reel it back in. Let's go out. There we go! See that little trail? That's a fish. Once your bobber goes down, you get a little bit of experience, but you also get a fish. That fish went far. I don't... Get rid of this trident. I'm never going to use that. There we go. Alright, cool. I should probably free up my inventory. Get rid of that, too. Get rid of that. Alright, let's try it again. I actually really like fishing in this game because not only is it a fantastic source of food, but also it allows you to find some other really rare stuff. I think you can also find saddles by fishing. You may even be able to find name tags. I also think you can find lead by fishing. I don't entirely know, but I know you can find a lot of really good stuff by fishing. You can also just freely move around while doing this. If you walk too far away, though, the bobber will disappear. Oh, a pufferfish. Nice. Pufferfish are good for, I want to say potion making. I believe they allow you to make a water-breathing potion. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what pufferfish are good for. And seriously, look at this. I'm getting experience every time I'm doing this. It's just such a good way to get more things. Fortunately, we didn't get anything all that rare, but I'm going to try to make sure I fish semi-regularly, as it's a fantastic way to just get a lot of resources. Anyways, with that being said, that's actually going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and next time on Minecraft, I actually don't know what we're going to do. I think we're probably just going to focus on expanding our farm more, probably get some crops grown, and work on getting some more animals. And until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye.